Rimuru Tempest versus Jin Woo. Many consider the ultimate battle of strength to be between the strongest of demons and the strongest of angels. However, even amongst these, there are those who are known as truly unparalleled. You have heard these names and the legends that surrounds them. But one legend is more terrifying than any other. One legend so terrifying, it's even known amongst gods. So who would win? Demon or angel? Rimuru is a slime who gains various abilities and powers throughout the series, making him one of the most powerful beings in the world. Despite his initially weak appearance as a slime, Rimuru possesses a strong sense of justice and is willing to go to great lengths to protect his friends and allies. He is also highly intelligent and strategic, able to come up with complex plans to overcome challenges and enemies. As Rimuru gains additional abilities such as Predator, which allows him to devour and absorb anything, and Great Sage, an AI that assists him in analyzing and processing information. Rimuru is also known for his leadership abilities, becoming the leader of a powerful nation called Tempest. He works to create a peaceful and prosperous world for all its inhabitants, and his kindness, bravery, and loyalty make him a beloved and respected figure in the world. Seal prevents Rimuru's deep psyche from being interfered with, which blocks attempts to read their mind or memories, even by beings such as true dragons. In the events of end of the game, Ciel obtained a significant amount of skills that would have otherwise have been in Rimuru's possession in order to increase their reaction time when using them in emergency situations. Due to the complete integration of their souls, Rimuru can still access and use these skills at will without having to create new copies. With Heartless One, he can take the soul of anyone who begs for their life. Rimuru seized and absorbed the souls of 15,000 soldiers he killed, which is confirmed by Clayman. Clayman explained that a third party, which in this case was Rimuru, who absorbed the souls. For those he absorbed, he can take their souls as he did with Shizue's. Absorbed and analyzed demons. Demons were born as conceptual existences that receive power from the spirit of darkness and will revive as long as the spirit of darkness exists. Spiritual life forms live as a soul and do not need a physical body. Soul is a lump of information. Information make up everything. He can instantly regenerate his physical body. He can regenerate from Melt Slash, a sword art fused with disintegration that completely annihilates everything from matter, souls, and information, which make up everything in existence. With Restrainer, he can create a space in which he can restrain what abilities can be used in it. However, if the other party doesn't agree with it, the restraint in that space will be cancelled. With Magic Canceller, he can nullify his opponent's abilities. With Saint Demon Union, he can essentially nullify all physical or magical attacks. After Rimuru's ascension to Demon Lord and gained the skill Raphael, he can adapt and evolve to a higher degree, such as acquiring future attack prediction in the middle of battle, after being backed into the corner in his fight with Hinata, where Hinata went from forcing desperation to Rimuru, to having a hard time dealing with him and covering the greatest elemental weakness of a monster by analyzing Melt Slash, making any Covenant's barrier King Uriel impervious to spirit particle attacks, and by extension, to most holy magic attacks that are usually very effective against monsters, and are basically the magical energy. He made countermeasures to nullified anti-barrier, guard for soul and magic circuit destruction attacks from Sandalphon the Executioner. When he first became an awakened demon lord, he was comparable to Leon Cromwell. However, as time went on, he got far stronger. As Rimuru is continuously getting stronger as his subordinates get stronger due to his food chain ability. He could absorb attacks from Velgrind, and its absorption output cannot be filled. Hence, if Rimuru lets his ultimate skill run amok, it will swallow the universe, destroying even the concept of time, thus turning the universe into a void, as compared to the Mobius system. Rimuru has Turn Null, which is the primordial energy which allows the user to destroy the existing world and create a new world. Using his Turn Null, Veldanova was able to create the world which has several parallel universes. Over a period of countless years, Turn Null accumulated in Rimuru's imaginary space, which gives him enough energy to recreate the world, which contains many parallel universes, tens of thousands of times. Ciel has likely turned the stomach into imaginary space, which is infinite in size, making imaginary space hypothetically large enough to contain an infinite amount of space-time continuums. True dragons exist as holy spirits, which originally gave birth to the great spirits, which are both concepts and duality. The Great Spirit of Light and Great Spirit of Darkness are yin and yang, which is held as the primordial duality, giving birth to the Great Spirit of Time that brings life and death to the world. Rimuru is capable of moving at the end of space and time, which is a needlessly large and empty world, where the flow of time is stopped as well as the spread of space, to the point that it's stated that the world had arrived at nothingness within the law of entropy. He is also stated to rule over space and time, so much so that the idea of crossing time is thought to be a simple task for him. Overall, Rimuru should scale from 5D to outerversal with immeasurable speed. In the end, this man grown from lowly slime to divine angel. But again, all of this can change. Jin Woo is more than just a man. He's an unstoppable force of nature, capable of creating earthquakes with a single punch and obliterating entire armies with a single swipe of his sword. With his unmatched strength and power, he's a legend among legends, feared and respected by all. His power has been compared to that of a god, and he's able to create devastating storms with just a flick of his wrist. With his strength, he can level entire cities with barely any effort, and no one can stand in his way. He's not just a hero, he's a legend, and his strength is only rivaled by his bravery and compassion. Originally an infamously weak E-rank hunter, he got the chance of a lifetime when he was selected as the player of the system, giving him the unique ability to grow in strength without restraint. As a result, by taking advantage of the opportunities offered to him by the system, Jin Woo eventually rose to power as humanity's greatest hunter and the second Shadow Monarch. He is considered one of the strongest S-rank hunters before he completed Demon Castle, and during his last venture in Demon Castle, he stated that he'd be on the level of Go Gun Hui and Cha Hai-in. He doesn't find the likes of Choi Jong-in very impressive and states that Hai-in is several times stronger than Jong-in. Jong-in is stated capable of destroying a building at his full power, but due to the fact that his offensive specialty is fire-based magic, his attack potency should be around this level. He grew stronger and easily defeated the Ant King, who's comparable to the Demon King Baran. He grew even stronger and defeated the architect of the system, who's stronger than all the enemies Jin Woo had faced. The Ant King one-shotted Goto Ryuji, who's strong enough to be considered a national-level hunter, and was also seen as the only hunter in Asia who can stand on equal footing with Liu Zhigang, another national-level hunter. National-level hunters have power rivaling nuclear weapons. Jin Woo once again gets stronger from magic energy granted to him from the Black Heart. He levels up a bit more as he takes down the giants that invaded Japan. Later on, Jin Woo went all out and fought Thomas Andre, a national-level hunter who's considered to be the strongest hunter in the world. Jin Woo's concentrated attacks allowed him to pummel Thomas Andre, while his slashes with the Demon King's short swords were ineffective. The Absolute Being is implied to have created everything in the verse as it was around when only light and darkness existed, and its manipulation of these forces spawned things like the dimension the rulers and monarchs were born in, the main universe, the gap between dimensions, the other unseen dimensions, and the world of death, which is infinite in size. After the time rewind, Jin Woo spent 27 years in Chaos World defeating all the monarchs one by one, including Antares, and mastering his abilities as the Shadow Monarch while he conquered them. With memories of the monarchs transcend the boundaries of time, he scales to the Beast Monarch, Plagues Monarch, and Frost Monarch. The monarchs scaled to the rulers and the rulers killed the Absolute Being. The Absolute Being existed when only light and darkness existed, which implies that time did not exist before he created everything. When Jin Woo transforms into the giant Shadow, he calls upon the power of Death and turns that into an armor. The Shadow Monarch is death itself, and the darkness within Jin Woo is darkness itself, and as the perfect Shadow Monarch, Jin Woo can create dungeons that lack the concepts of pain and death. Overall, Jin Woo scales to low multiversal, with inaccessible to immeasurable speed. I guess it's true, after all. Jin Woo is death itself. So in the end, who takes the win? Jin Woo or Rimuru Tempest? Winner is Rimuru Tempest.